One of the most important things that we need is sleep. And when it comes to those periods of intense anxiety, that can interfere with the ability to fall asleep, to stay asleep, or those times of interrupted sleep where you wake up in the middle of the night and then you find your mind kicks in, everything starts to churn over in your mind and you can't get back to sleep again. This happens to be one of those times for me. There's a lot going on right now and I'm finding it very difficult to go to sleep. So I'm inviting you to join my evening practice. If you'd like to jump straight into the practice, check the timestamps in the description below and you can start there. Or stay with me here so that I can explain how this technique works and why it might be of use to you. So before we dive in, welcome to Claria Yoga. My name is Claire. I teach yoga-based self-care. And one of the techniques that we're going to be working with this evening is a breath technique. So the breath is actually one of those tools that we have built within us that can be used for anxiety management. There is a reason when people say, take a deep breath, that is meant to help you to calm. Because as soon as you start to lengthen your breath, that has a direct effect on your nervous system. If you think of the stress that you go through, particularly that stress that you feel when you're anxious, that gets the nervous system going and it starts to really go into overdrive. So the breath and that long exhalation, as an example, is a way of getting your nervous system to start to find balance again and to calm down. So this is what I've been using for the last few nights because I'm finding it difficult during the day to find a balance between rationalizing what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and just finding a balance with it. Coming back to a particular practice that can just break that pattern that keeps going on, that loop, is just one of the ways of finding that balance again. It doesn't solve the problems, but it does diminish that sense of anxiety, that tension in the body, and it gives us a moment to pause, to reset. I talk a lot about resetting the mind because it's that grip that gets us into that sort of anxious frenzy. It can sometimes feel like a frenzy. And so just a moment's pause, a minute, is enough to just start to bring that balance back in. It gives you space. And from that space, you can then deal a little better with what may be going on. But one of the first things that you need to be able to do is sleep. So this is what we're going to do together. So this is a nighttime practice. Ideally, do this before you go to bed. Be comfortable. You can do this in bed. Come into your pajamas. I've brought the flowers in front of me as another way of working with this breath. I find it hard to close my eyes when I work with this breath when I'm this anxious. It helps me much better to focus on something. So I invite you to choose something that might work for you. Play around a little. Maybe you can close your eyes and that's absolutely fine. You don't start to go back into your mind. But having something in front of you to draw your gaze and your focus may be able to help you to maintain that level of connection with your breathing. So for me today, it's the flowers. You may want to use a candle. You may want to use some incense and you can focus on the swirling smoke that comes out of the incense stick. These are just examples. You could even stare out of your window if you have a nice view. There are all sorts of ways that you could help to anchor your gaze. So take a moment to find something if you feel that would be beneficial for you right now. And then wherever you are, you could be sitting cross-legged with me on the floor, you might be in bed already. Just start to come into your body by noticing how you feel. You can either start to look at whatever object or view you've chosen, or you can close your eyes. And just start to draw your awareness into your body and the sensations in your body, the support beneath you, maybe behind you if you're lying back, the sensation of your clothes resting on your skin. And then start to deepen your breath, bringing in the practice nice and subtly, nice and gently as you inhale a little deeper. And you make your exhalation nice and long. Whether it's through the nose or mouth, it doesn't matter. Breathing in nice and deeply. Exhaling long. So keep going. Deep inhalations, long exhalations. And I'm going to carry on with you, just giving you some space and stillness for a few moments. And stay as focused as you can, either with your eyes closed or holding your gaze on your object, on your view, whatever you're using. And as soon as a thought comes in or a feeling, allow them to be. Try not to push them away. Just let them be as you draw your gaze back onto what you're looking at. Or if your eyes are closed, just drawing your awareness back into your long exhalations. Now I'm going to invite you to finish here. You can, of course, carry on if you're finding a nice rhythm and you'd like to continue. Please do. If you're finishing with me, let this be your last long exhalation. As you then allow your breath to find its natural rhythm again. Still holding your focus for a few more moments. And then when you're ready to finish, you can start to lift your head again, break your gaze, open your eyes if your eyes were closed. Be patient with yourself. This may take a few attempts as you practice this. If this doesn't feel like it's doing much the first time you practice it, that's okay. Keep persevering, and bit by bit you'll find that your body gets used to the breath, the body gets used to the rhythm, and you begin to find a little more ease and balance in your thoughts and how you feel. I hope you found this helpful. Do hit the like button if you did find the video helpful. You can subscribe to my channel for more content similar to this. And I wish you well as you move forwards into the rest of your week.